One of the things that keeps Fortnite Battle Royale so fresh is the way that the map changes all the time. Since the game first released, we have so many new and interesting places added into the game. I mean, can you even believe that there was a time where Fortnite Battle Royale had no tilted towers? Well, with Season 5 right around the corner, there's a pretty big chance that the map is going to be changing in some pretty big ways. And considering that Fortnite pays pretty close attention to its fanbase, we could end up seeing some more fan creations ending up in the game. I mean, we all remember when Epic put Haunted Hills into the game after seeing a concept on Reddit, right? Either way, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 10 Fortnite locations that we could see soon. Legend has it that if you subscribe to ArcadeCloud and like this video, Epic will add a new fan area into the game, eh? So make sure you like and subscribe. I mean, or they couldn't.
Number 10. Dusty Docks.
Dusty Depot has seen the most change out of anywhere on the Fortnite map, mainly because it was almost completely obliterated when an asteroid came hurtling down out of the sky, ripping a massive hole into the ground with a piece still sitting right in the middle. Sure, other places got hit too, but Dusty Depot got hit so hard that it completely changed its name into something new, Dusty Divot. Well, this concept takes Dusty Divot and then gives it another radical makeover, making the area become the Dusty Docks. The Dusty Docks concept answers the age-old question of what happens if you take a giant meteor crater and then fill it with water? The answer is that you get a pretty cool-looking man-made beach, and that's basically what the Dusty Docks concept is. On the right-hand side, you have one set of simple wooden docks, and at the far back, you have a more fancy set of docks that look like they are probably more commercial, as if they were planned for people to come and rent boats from or something. Then, at where the current main entrance to the divot is, you have a pretty nice-looking beach for people to come and sunbathe at. Considering the next season is going to be taking place in the middle of summer, this idea hits on a pretty good theme, and people who came up with it even designed a bunch of summer skins to go with it.
Number 9. Musty Museum.
Way back in April, someone came up with a pretty cool idea. They thought it would be interesting to take all of the old weapons that are currently in the Fortnite vault, you know, stuff like the crossbow, the smoke grenades, the Zapotron, and the guided missile launcher, and then put them in a place called the museum. In this museum, you could have all of the items that have ever been taken out of Fortnite Battle Royale, just so the people that were playing the game but were new could see what all the old weapons look like. You could, the guy said, even put pictures or articles about big game-changing events like the meteor or the construction of tilted towers on the walls so that people could see the history of the mode. The museum could be constantly updated too, so it would be like an ever-changing history book of Fortnite Battle Royale that everyone could enjoy. That idea got over 19,000 upvotes on Reddit, and Epic Games might have actually picked up on it. According to a leaker on Reddit, someone who has gotten many things correct before, this idea of a museum filled with deleted items will actually be coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. It's going to be called the Musty Museum, and according to the leaker, it was only considered because the original post by the community member got so many upvotes on Reddit. It's going to be pretty awesome to see some old classic weapons from Fortnite again, even if we won't be able to pick them up and actually use them.
Number 8. Wild Waters.
Time to take it back to the summery water theme and talk about a potential map concept called Wild Waters. This map idea was actually designed before the Lucky Landings area came out, which is probably why it is placed down at the south of the map. At the time, the area barely got any visitors, so it was in desperate need of some attention. And to be honest, Lucky Landings didn't exactly work. There's barely enough loot to make it worth it, and sure, the area looks nice, but it just isn't enough to make people want to go there. So why not just get rid of Lucky Landings and put an epic water park there instead? The original post puts the idea of a medium-sized water park forward, with a potential 7 to 8 chest spawns. There could be chests on top of water slides, loot inside of souvenir stores and locker rooms, and everywhere else in the park. It would be pretty awesome to have a water park in Fortnite Battle Royale. And since summer is basically here now, it would make sense in terms of the theme. Also, a water park would just totally fit in Fortnite's wacky cartoon style. I would absolutely love to see what they could do with that idea.
Number 7. Small Custom Map.
It's no secret that custom games are indeed coming to Fortnite Battle Royale. At the moment, most people can't actually start up custom games. Really only some YouTubers and Twitch streamers have access to special custom matchmaking keys that are needed to get into the custom game modes. But eventually, they will be added for everyone. And when they do, there's going to be a bit of a problem. Not everyone has 100 friends that play Fortnite Battle Royale, so most of the time, the game sizes are probably going to be nowhere near full. The current Fortnite map is huge, so custom games will probably end up being pretty long and dull, with barely any kills or action. That's where this Fortnite custom game map concept comes from. This map idea is basically for games where there are less than 20 players, because anything under that would make playing on the whole map pretty much pointless. There are only 5 named points of interest on this map, and they're all totally new. There's the Payoff Pond, Stormy Storage, Urban Underpass, Arid Airport, and finally, Risky Resort. The map looks super small in comparison to Fortnite's main map, but at the same time, it totally looks like something Epic Games themselves would come up with.
Number 6. 1v1 Island.
So even though the 20 players or less map we just talked about was pretty cool and would solve a lot of problems, what if you wanted to do a 1v1 or something like that? The 20-player map would still be too big, and the main Fortnite map would be enormous. So someone actually came up with a pretty cool looking 1v1 map concept. On this map, the players start on opposite ends of the map. They each get loot llamas and a full shield. Other than that, the map is basically identical on each, with the two halves basically being mirrors of one another. There is a meteor impact point, a building, and then also some trees dotted around for even more building materials. The guy who came up with this map concept even decided to create a whole 1v1 game mode based around this map idea. It would be a best of 3 game, with players getting a new loot llama with a completely random loadout, though this loadout is the same for both players. The loadouts consist of 500 of each material, 1 shield-based item, 1 medkit, 1 grenade-based item, 1 shotgun, 1 AR, 1 special weapon, and 1 trap. The games would be a true test of gun and building skills considering both players get the same items. The storm's location would be marked 30 seconds into the game and would start moving straight away. A 1v1 mode in Fortnite Battle Royale would be really awesome for practicing, or if you didn't have the time for a full game. So I kinda hope that Epic Games has seen and likes that idea.
Number 5. Train Route.
For the longest time in Fortnite Battle Royale, there was no vehicles, and then out of nowhere, Epic Games put shopping carts into the game. Now we can move around the map at speeds we could only dream of before, all on the back or from the inside of a shopping cart. Sure, they aren't the fastest or the most safe modes of transport in a video game, but they are pretty fun, right? Well, now that the game has broken the ice on vehicles in Fortnite, why not go the whole way and add something even crazier? Why not add a freight train? Loads of people have proposed a freight train in Fortnite Battle Royale in the past, but I think this train route design in particular is probably the most well thought out. It goes around the entire map with 4 stops in total. The first stop is in Pleasant Park. Then the train line goes down past the football pitch to the second stop at Shifty Parks. Then it goes through a tunnel by Flush Factory before stopping at stop 3, Fatal Fields. After Fatal Fields, it goes through a tunnel by the prison at Musty before stopping a final time at the shipping container yard. In this concept, a moderate speed freight train with a couple of cars could be cruising along in a loop around the entire map, allowing people to travel quickly from place to place and find loot and chests on board. But you would have to watch out because the train could run you over if you're not careful. I think a train could be a really interesting addition to Fortnite, but maybe more as a part of a limited time mode than a constant thing.
Number 4. Dreamy Doc.
The Dreamy Doc is a proposed area just north of Flush Factory and south of Greasy Grove. It's an area that would be a small beachfront that has 2 steep cliffs, one on either side. Then by the beach, there would be a small docking station for a massive cruise ship or container ship that people would explore. It would be the first time we could actually go into a major vehicle in Fortnite Battle Royale, and it would be pretty interesting to be able to explore something completely new. Although if Epic Games were to add this Dreamy Doc idea into Fortnite Battle Royale, then they would probably have to change up quite a bit. Instead of having it be so narrow and enclosed, they might want to open up the entry. That way people couldn't just camp and wait for you to come out of the boat and then gun you down from above with no way of you possibly escaping. Also, since you can't actually go into the water in Fortnite Battle Royale, they might want to make the dock area a bit bigger. Otherwise, people would be easily killed by items like impulse grenades. Although that would be pretty funny for the person using the impulses, it wouldn't exactly be fun for the people getting hit by them.
Number 3. New Island.
Currently, there is only one Fortnite island, unless you count the starting island. It's this big, wide-open space that we can all explore, and while it is pretty interesting for a while, I think it's about time that they expanded the actual map that we play on. Instead of just adding a new location to the map that we already have, actually adding space onto the map instead of just having all that ocean out there. That's where this new island concept comes in. The new island sticks out of the southwest of the main island and contains 3 points of interest. To the south of this little island, there are the mysterious mountains, which might harbor some sort of mountain base. Then there is the fan favorite Musty Museum off to the east, a place that we have actually already discussed in this video. Then, up to the north of the small island, there is a holiday area called the Rusty Resort. It seems like this entire mini island was designed to be some sort of holiday location or something. Either way, it's connected to the main Fortnite island by a set of 2 natural bridges, one leading to Flush Factory and the other to Greasy Grove.
Number 2. Burrata Palace.
Burrata Palace is, I admit, pretty similar to the new island concept from before. In fact, it's so similar that it even sits in basically the same place, sticking off of the southwest side of the map to sit in that little cove area. Again, it is connected to the main area of the map by 2 natural bridges, though this time instead of connecting directly to Flush Factory, one of them leads to the mountains a little bit north of that area. While the other island idea was big and contained 3 areas, this one only contains 1 point of interest, and that's Burrata Palace itself. So the real reason I mention this concept is because I just think it would be really cool if we actually get some sort of palace or castle in Fortnite Battle Royale. The closest we have to that so far is the new villain base in the mountains near Snobby Shores. But really, that isn't a castle at all. It's just kind of a secret bunker. What I want is a proper regal castile or palace to drop down to and explore, with tons of loot and a bunch of cool-looking fancy royal jewels and gems to look at. I think it would seriously fit in Fortnite style. And I'm kind of surprised they haven't done something like that already.
Number 1. Pirates Paradise.
For our last spot on today's list, we have an area that has been doing the rounds on Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube recently, and that's Pirates Paradise. This new area is set in the same place as the Dreamy Doc idea from earlier in today's video. Only instead of being based on modern docks, this one is based on the cutthroat world of pirates. The area is a pretty wide beach, with 3 pirate ships anchored and beached along the shoreline. According to the concept list, there are ships, treasure chests, crates, palm tree huts, and more on this potential idea. To be honest, it looks pretty cool. Not only is the idea of this area pretty awesome, you also kinda have to think about what else it would mean for the game. If we got this Pirates Paradise area in the Fortnite map for real, then we would also probably get a whole bunch of pirate-themed skins and items. Like maybe a parrot-based back bling, or a pickaxe, or a Blackbeard skin. That would be really cool. And then there's also the fact that we would be able to explore 3 old-school pirate boats, something we have never seen in Fortnite before. And there you have it, our list of the top 10 Fortnite locations we could see soon. Do you agree? Did we miss something? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos from ArcadeCloud on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Take care and game on.